Being short and coming from a broken family, that's life for Nick Higgins. Growing up with constant teasing and bullying, he has kept his head up. We talked to Nick and his friends and tried to get a perspective on Nick's life. This is Up Close and Personal with Nick Higgins.
My name is Nick Higgins. I was born in Oshawa on November 18, 1995. My earliest pastime from where I lived was in Oshawa, and I didn't like it there because there's a lot of drugs and a lot of crack addicts and crackheads on the street. I moved from Oshawa to Keswick because of the bad area we were living in, and my parents wanted to give a different place a chance, and they found a house in Keswick, and it was on 350 Irene, Keswick. I remember the first day after I had to move from my dad going away, and my mom ended up picking me up later that night, and that's when I moved here from the start. I came to Lake Simcoe Public School in grade 6.
I know Nick through high school, basketball, grade 9.
I'd say I just know Nick through school. I think I've met him in like grade 9 or 10 or something.
Yeah, just through school, always seeing him in the halls, always striking up conversation.
Alright, first time I met Nick, he was just chilling out in the section, just hacking darts, just doing his own thing. Came up and asked me for another smoke. He had like 5 each in his different hands, just going ham. That's how I met him. I was just like, he's a cool guy, definitely.
I always knew I was shorter than most people, but I always thought that I had a stronger heart and was more confident, so we'd go further. I've always been picked on for my height. Kinda sucks, but there's not much you can do other than the fact with my height, it's who you are. Going into high school was a nervous feeling, but I wasn't too worried because of how many people and how big the school was, and I knew meeting people would be a different experience. The way I handled some bullies during high school was just ignoring them or just telling them straight up that I don't like what you're doing, and that's the only way you can get people to stop from not honoring you. In public school, when we were playing football, and someone threw a football and it knocked me out cold, and everybody was standing around me. I was out cold for like 10 minutes, and nobody even seen me.
Best memory would be grade 9 when he flipped at Andrew Woven.
In grade 9, when I had art class, and people were calling me a leprechaun, and other kids joined in.
We were all joking around with Nick, and Andrew thought it was cool to join in, kind of.
And then it got escalated, and I put some kid in the office, and he was crying his eyes out.
Just took everything way too far, and everything escalated. Fight almost broke out.
I felt good after, because he was pissing me off. But at the time, I was feeling lonely in that fact that people were actually going that far and kept this tour going on. Started drinking in grade 10, and that was in Forces for parties.
Probably all of his times at Vista. Crazy
Oh
times.
man, Nick would go crazy at Vista.
Just be the poorest party animal. Always the drunkest one there, fucking sliding down the nose and stuff like that.
What I do at parties is drink and other stuff because I drink too much, and some things I can't even remember.
Alright, well, he's at one party and there's a bottle of Jack Daniels that everybody peed in it, and they told him it was apple juice in it. So he takes it, he's just like, this guy, and he chugged it, and yeah, he chugged pee. It's pretty crazy.
What happened with my mom and my stepdad, they were married for 15 years and they got a divorce. the only place for me to go was my dad's because it wasn't really a family. Oh, I had to move to Oshawa last year and change different schools for my last year of high school. The reason why I moved back is because I didn't have the same bond with my dad as I did before, so it didn't feel the same. The reason why I got kicked out of my house in Keswick is because I was hanging with the wrong people and doing the wrong things. What happened with my stepdad when I moved back was he ended up getting lung cancer a year after his divorce, and things are rough at the house, but other than that, I'm just doing my school and trying to find a job. Going to school in Oshawa from Keswick is a lot different because the school I went to in Oshawa was small, and there was a lot of ghetto kids and a lot of drugs going down at the school, like K9 dogs and people always like having weed on them, and then always needing the dogs to come in and search lockers, and teachers getting in fights with students. And then from here it's different because the school's bigger and it's a more smaller town, but it brings everybody together. What I want to do when I get out of high school is to get into the trades and get into contracting or landscaping, anything to do with trade.
Are you happy on how your life is so far?
So far, it's been a better improvement, but at first it was going slow and down the wrong path. But every day it's getting a lot better.